Good morning, beauties. Today for Tutorial Tuesdays, we are doing an in-depth everyday makeup tutorial. We're just doing an everyday makeup. Today's gonna be way more focused on the base routine, and let's get into it. Let's start. I already prepped my skin. Your skin prep is honestly probably like the most important step in your makeup routine, because prepping your skin really makes a difference on how your makeup lays and how it wears throughout the day. So make sure you do your full skincare routine, hydrate your skin the way that you see necessary. I have really dry skin, so I need to like hydrate, and then I let it sit for a little bit. So I just refreshed my hair in the time frame that I let my skin sit, and it is all ready to start my makeup process. To start the makeup, I always start with a primer. What does Nikki Tutorial say? Not to prime is a crime. She was right on the money. I switch off between Milk Hydro Grip and the Makeup Forever. I just finished my Milk Hydro Grip, so I'm using all my Makeup Forever primer. And I just kind of prep the skin with that, because I like to wear my makeup all day and I want it to look good all day. And then while I kind of let that sink in, I'm gonna start with my brows. I use the e.l.f. brow soap, and I just spray it with a little bit of Milk Hydro Grip setting spray, and I take a spoolie, just kind of mix it in there, and I brush up my brows. Now that these are up, I just kind of like push them down so that they are stuck. I sometimes do this, I sometimes don't do it. It depends if I have a tan on. I have a little bit of self-tan on. Because I do have a little bit of self-tan, I am gonna put a little bit of these bronzing drops. These ones are from Pacifica Beauty, and you don't need a ton. But these are the Sunny Glow drops. I really like these. A lot of these specific products are interchangeable. I'll tell you what products I'm like, this doesn't really change. And then for me, it's more the technique that is important. The products are kind of interchangeable. You have to know also how your products work together, and that'll really help kind of showcase the look. But I do underpainting. I feel like underpainting is the best way to go for your base to look flawless and snatched and perfect. So I'm gonna go in with the Dibs Beauty bronzer, cream bronzer. And I start with underpainting, so that means that you do your cream bronzer and concealer before you do your foundation. And I have not turned back since I started using that technique. I learned that technique from Mary Phillips, so if you wanted to find some of her videos, she probably can explain it in a much better detail of the reasoning why to do it. I just know that I really love it, and I love the outcome of it. So I take my cream bronzer and a contour brush, and I am just going to underpaint my face. So that means putting the bronzer on all of the outer areas that you typically apply bronzer to. Also, this routine, since it's interchangeable and you can do it like applying eyeshadow, like I usually keep this same base routine. Even if I'm gonna do a full glam look and do crazy eyeshadow, I just do the eyeshadow first and then I do this base routine. Okay, the next is the concealer. This one typically stays the same. I don't really change my concealer right now because I do really like this one. I feel like this one really impressed me. This is the Lancome Tint Idol Ultra Wear concealer. I also will put a product list of the name of every single product that I use at the end of this video. You'll see it on the screen and it'll tell you what products I use. And I'd put that in kind of my T-zone, and then any other problematic areas, like if I'm having a breakout or anything. Sometimes I will use the Rare Beauty highlighter in my under area. It just depends on the day. This sponge, this is from Makeup Forever. It's a silicone base sponge that then goes up to a normal sponge, and honestly, it's so fire. I used to be a brush girl, like through and through, die-hard makeup brush girl, until I tried this sponge, and now I definitely incorporate it into my routine because I feel like it makes the most effortless, seamless base, and it's really fast. I feel like it just speeds up the process really quick. Now we move into the foundation, girls. So the foundation that I use when I glam, go hard, go out, like I'm going out, is this Lancome one. It's basically the same as the concealer. It's the Tan Title Ultra Wear Care and Glow, and it has SPF 27 in it, which I love. And then I also use the Makeup Forever HD Skin Skincare foundation. This one I use if I'm just having a chill day, if I am just chilling, I want a light makeup routine, I don't want to put on too much, then I do this one because this is more of a skincare one. You can build it up though. I have worn this on more glam times. I've worn this to events that I go to. Oh, I can wear this one and it is buildable, but this girl is foolproof. Like, she does not budge, and you really don't need a lot. So I just do like a few little drops around my face, and when you use this silicone base, it doesn't absorb all of the product right away, which is really nice because you can move it around, like really make sure that the foundation is not just getting soaked into the beauty blender, but actually being like spread out on your face. And then I will switch it over and smooth out the blending with the other side, and it's honestly the perfect beauty blender. Now that we are done with the foundation, but we haven't applied any powder yet, I'm going to apply my last cream product, which is blush, before I put on any of the powders. Today is kind of like a cutesy pink. I'm wearing a lot of pink, so I want my blush to kind of match that. I want my blush to give off pink, light pink vibes, girly vibes. My blushes are very interchangeable. I have been blessed to be gifted with so many perfect, gorgeous pink blushes. Like, I honestly could not even pick a favorite. I rotate between quite a few, honestly, and it just depends on the day, it depends on the makeup look that I'm doing. But today I'm gonna use the Beautiful Cherry Blossom blush. This is like such a cute pink, like soft pink little blush. Go in and pop it on my cheek. And I always apply a little bit more blush than you might like or you might do, but it's because when you step outside, blush is the first thing to go. So I always apply just a little bit more blush because it does kind of wear throughout the day. I do love blush. I'm a blush girl. I love having like pink cheeks. So I just make sure to supply my base with enough to last throughout the day. Now that all my cream products are on, I'm gonna go ahead and start applying powder to my makeup routine. So now we've kind of gone into the powder layer. I'm gonna start by using the Jaclyn X Robin Sheer Light setting powder. I really like this one because I have really dry skin, so I like that it's a powder that also kind of has a glow to it. That way it's not like I put on a powder and it's just like boom, dry, matte, then that makes your skin look really cakey. So if you have like a little powder with like a sheer glow to it, a little glow if you have really dry skin, that powder is going to be your best friend because it's gonna help the skin still look really natural during the day. I know that Jaclyn is being discontinued, so an option for that too. I know that Makeup Forever does have also glowy setting powders that are really, really good. So that's another place that you can go if you want like more of a sheer setting powder. And I don't powder my whole face, I just kind of powder my T-zone. A little bit here just to clean up any fallout from the blush or anything like that. Now I do a layer of powder, bronzer, powder blush, and highlight. Sometimes I do highlight, sometimes I don't. If I use this Makeup Forever foundation, then I typically don't use any highlight because it is a skincare one, so it has enough glow to it. So I'm gonna go in with this Smashbox Halo bronzer, blush, and highlight palette. I just really like this one. I'm using BK Beauty brushes right now. I got them sent to me and I'm just kind of testing them out. So I'm kind of using them just like as I go. And then I'm gonna dive into this powdered bronzer and just place it the same kind of places that I put the cream bronzer. I find that when you put a powder on top, it just kind of helps like balance everything out, make sure that everything looks good, there's no patchiness, just kind of sets everything in place too. This palette has two blushes. It has a sculpting blush and like a dusting blush. So I actually love that. Like I said, I'm a blush girl. So I use the sculpting blush and I just kind of put it on like the lower part. It's a little bit of a darker tone blush so that it blends with my bronzer. And then that way when you put on the dusting blush, you're gonna put the dusting blush a little bit more up on your cheekbones. And it's gonna create this really nice like flow to your makeup. And it's just gonna kind of help like lift your face. Okay, next I'm going into this blush. I'm just gonna kind of dust it on the tips of the cheekbones. The part that I really like about this highlight is that it looks kind of wet. It's a very bow highlight. Gorge. It is gorge. Whenever you have a very strongly pigmented or strong highlighter, you want to make sure that you are putting it intentionally in places. You don't want to be highlighting something you don't want highlighted. And then I take my finger and I do it very on the tip of my nose and then on the bridge of my nose, and I just use my other finger to kind of like diffuse it out. Let me show you with better lighting that is what the face looks like. Our next step is going to be the eyebrows, mascara, and our lips, and then we're done. For eyebrows, I use the Velour 3-in-1. I actually am not the best in regards to eyebrows. Everything else I got down. You want me to do your avatar makeup look? Got you. You want me to do a beautiful, very detailed butterfly? Got you. You want me to do your eyebrows? No, ma'am. I will not. I don't trust myself when it comes to eyebrows. I feel like I'm still learning how to do my own. And like, I'm not even following any trends when I try to do them that I'm trying to keep up with. I just want my eyebrows to like match my face and look good. And it's just definitely a learning process. There's a spoolie at the top of this that I just kind of use to make sure that everything like looks smooth and good. And the eyebrows are done and I'm happy with them. What do you think, you guys? You can be brutal in the comments. I think I like this one more today than that one. Okay, moving on to eyelashes. My eyelashes, I'm very like specific about. I use Babe Original. Okay, these aren't my naturally grown ones. I use Babe Original, so that helps a lot with the length. And then I use a eyelash curler. This one is from Velour. You can use my code Alyssa20 to get anything from Velour. And also you can use my code Alyssa for Babe Lash to get a discount on that. Moving on to the mascara products. I use the Too Faced Better Than Sex waterproof mascara as my base mascara because it's waterproof, so it helps hold the curl. That is like a crucial part in your mascara staying like straight up and lengthy and stuff like that. Then I use the Smashbox Super Fanned Out mascara, and this is what helps me get the extra length going. Like that's what really makes them long. That's my tea. Let's do my mascara. I popped on like an extra little light right now because I'm gonna film just like a background little TikTok video for my mascara. I'm gonna start with curling my lash on the side that I'm gonna start with the mascara. And then I'm going in with the waterproof mascara. Okay, and now that I've done my first layer of waterproof mascara, I'm gonna go in with the Smashbox Fanned Out and do my second layer and focus this layer on the ends. And then I do the other side and I kind of go from there and see if I need to apply more, if it's a good lash day, if it's not a good lash day, those are the worst days, and then kind of gauge from there, like how much I need to do. And then once I'm done with that, usually some mess kind of happens above my eyelids, so I will clean that off. And voila, that is cleaned up. Next is lip liner. The lips are very interchangeable. Completely depends on the outfit, the makeup, the look, the hair, but since we're going pink today, we're going pink. This is my lip combo today. These Kylie lipsticks I use a lot, like a lot, because for some amazing reason that I am so thankful for, Kylie Jenner decided to send me PR of an entire box of her lip liners, and they're actually so good. So I use them all the time. And this one's in the shade Cocoa K. So it's gonna be the lipstick shade I use today. It has more of a like pink tone. And then I'm gonna use the Jaclyn lip liner in the shade Cupcake. It's literally like a nub at this point in time because it's the best. And then I'm also gonna use the Dibs Beauty Desert Island Beauty Status gloss in Italian Soda, and it's like a pink gloss. So I felt like today's perfect for a little pink look. I love that shade of lip liner. It's so pretty. It is like the most perfect subtle pink. The creamiest lipstick. Oh my god, it's so good. The light, I turned the light back off because I finished the tutorials on TikTok. Now, since we are completely done with the makeup look, let's set the face. I use the Milk Hydro Grip Setting Spray. I also really like the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. We are done. Gotta put on the jewelry. Today I'm just doing some pearl earrings. I've been loving just having like a chill pearl earring kind of look lately. This is the finished makeup look. Up close and personal. Thank you guys so much for sticking around with me on this in-depth everyday makeup tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it and enjoyed this routine. Please let me know if you try it. Comment, tag me, whatever you want to do. I would just love to see your guys' versions of it, even though it is a very simple and everyday. I love you guys so much. I will see you guys on Thursday. Bye, beauties.